Yo, you see where I am right now? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh shoot, I gotta get out of here. Alright, I'm out of here. Yo, I'm just gonna kill you. See where I am right now? Yeah. I'm base. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh shoot, I gotta get out of here. Alright, I'm out of here.
Okay. We are not. Switch servers. Okay. We are not. Switch servers. I don't care how long it takes.
Tonight I wanna show you
Grown man.
I think I'm gonna go here. Then we gotta make it. Oh, I need to do.
Oh yeah, I asked Lilia about what she got like.
We gotta.
And if I give you 100,
you were very good.
then
You
you
were very good.
Let me.
People, because I don't know
She
why
said
people don't.
Do I want some
donate
aura?
to
I
this
said,
very,
Ronya, why are
very
you banned again?
Sure.
And she
person,
goes,
bro.
Roblox hates me. And
because
like,
the
what
most
did you
people
do?
only like the
They
bad
banned me
people
for swearing.
until they
Like,
realize
girl,
at the
yeah,
end
yeah,
how
I
bad
don't
it
know
is.
why. I don't know why.
Is that hard not to swear?
Because then they think that they're cool, but they don't know that they're actually just talking to a mirror from lane and
It's
loneliness.
so hard to not swear.
time now.
Okay. Oh, wait, what do you say?
Bro, they're getting so many sent in Discord right now. I only.
Second for swearing. I mean, she called.
Nah, I need to send something to right now.
But like,
Still got your 17k.
huh?
Have you still got the 17k?
It feels so weird to still be like big and never headless. And I don't even have.
Oh shoot, it's Papa.
Wait, actually, let me just reset.
7.6.
Hello?
Oh, this skin is way better. Wait, how much did my limits go up or down? I'm scared. Alright. One time my limit was like 1500 Robux worth, and I only bought it for like 8 to 9.
Change my bio on Roblox.
I also got
What's your bio right now?
headphones on my Roblox account.
Because my Discord is wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, but like, what's your?
Or
Oh, this is right here. What's your Discord right
what
now?
the thank No.
You
No, I
changed it?
will not. I will give myself 10k.
No. Oh yeah, you did.
10k.
Oh.
If I click on this account on gifts, and then I click on the mail and the CMO, and I see
There you come. I see you. All right, I'm gonna hang up the phone here. Awesome. Can you hear me? Uh-oh, I don't have my speakers right. Let's see. I've been doing some shopping for you guys. Keep talking to me. I'll see if I can hear you.
All right, I'm here now.
Oh, shoot, it's still all right. Hang on. Two. Come on. Connect. Dang it. I'm messing with my headphones. They're not connecting for some reason.
That's weird.
I think it's connecting to too many things.
$100,000 Robux raised, and please donate. So this video is gonna be all the donations I've gotten on recording in the last 6 months. And make sure to stay to the end, because the last donations are crazy. I'm still playing with it. All right, I'll just go with I got monitor speakers. I can hear you. Keep talking.
Okay.
Continue. All right. So what I wanted to do was bring you up to date on a couple things. Let's see. So you see my screen over here, the emails?
Yes.
All right, you're seeing my black screen here.
Not right now. I'm just seeing your email right now.
Okay. You're seeing that now, right? The black screen.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So one thing I want to back up on, I told you we were going to be using Notion to track stuff.
Yes.
And I've been using, you both said you had one Microsoft OneNote.
Yeah, we can get it. We
Yeah,
don't
it's
have it
under
yet.
Windows 365. I want to use that. It's just it's I'll show you how I'm collecting stuff. It's the same kind of thing, but it's just tighter, right? I think we'll still use Notion to go over and maybe track your time there. The one thing I like about Notion is when you go in there, it shows your names and last updated date and last updated time. So in just one glance, I can kind of see what's going on, whereas here in this screen, I see the content, but I can't really see, who updated it or when it was created. But let me just orient you to how this layout works. In OneNote, I've got these notebooks set up here to the side. So I've got one for, quiet time journal and one just miscellaneous. And then I set one up for our content, real skills content, like what we're actually going to be included. And then I had one for just all the, stuff, involved in starting a business and what software we're going to use and all that kind of stuff. And so, and you can click on these tabs to open up each of these notebooks. And so in this one, you click on that, and then you see, I've got all these are what you call sections. So right now I'm on a section called drone shopping. And then over here, you see all the pages that I create. So you can come in here and, right click it and, well, I guess over here, you click on it to get to the section. So I get the drone shopping, and then I come in here and just click add a page, and then it gives me a blank page, and I just, test page, and,
All right.
puts the title over here now, just whatever. And the thing I like about it is that here's an example. So in Notion, when I was, what you're looking at here is I went in, this is my Amazon shopping page. I just went into the orders page and I, just went through and copied everything that I purchased last night. And so it's pasting the images, and you can put text in here, all that kind of stuff. And it's even got a link. You could click on it. And I imagine it would open up for you this very thing. You could go into Amazon and see all the details around it. Okay. And so that's why I like it. Notion wasn't pasting the images or anything. And so this is really cool. But so what this shows here, and I should be able to share this with you. I am gonna share it. Let's see. I think I can see what this does. All right, well, where's the link? I'm going to copy the link, and then I'm going, you won't see me do this, but I'm going to go create an email. Well, I could do it in the chat too. This is going to be drone shopping notebook. Oh, this is going to be the drones. This should be the whole. You tell me what you get.
All right.
Media. No. Oh shoot! We didn't copy it. Copy it here. All right. All right. So I send you the link in an email in your Real Skills media email, and
Okay.
should give you this whole Real Skills media notebook. That's what I think it did, because it said share entire notebook. So you should see all of this stuff. But anyhow, I'm going to go through what we've got here.
Okay.
So anyhow,
Yeah.
this is what I bought. So I got two $30 drones, for you to play with, so you get your drone crashing out of your system before you migrate up to the $350 drone, which is down the list here.
Yeah.
So I've got this is the controller, and it's got actually this is not the controller. This is the little stand behind at the back of the controller. You can hook an iPad to. Do you guys have an iPad?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think we've got one anymore. I mean, you can use just a phone, right? Your iPhone. So,
Yes.
and that should sit right there at the top, but it doesn't have a monitor, right? It's the, downgraded version doesn't have a built-in monitor, but anyhow, so it's got a stand to hold your iPad if you want to put that in, or an iPhone. You probably have to download an app, which I figured out, to your phone. All right, this here is an attachment for, guards for the propellers.
Oh yeah.
This is just a little rubber thing to hold the propellers in, and a SD card. This is a little base that goes on the bottom of the drone for it to land. I guess I don't know why it's $11. I bought it. Little plastic pad, that you lay out, it lands on.
Okay.
This, I don't have a picture, but this is a 6-pack of filters for the camera, so it filters out glare, and that sort of thing.
All right.
That kind of stuff. Accessories. Where's this drone at? Oh, here's the drone, I guess. Okay, so this isn't coming till the 21st, but this is the drone, and you could go and click and see, what it got. And then it's what it has is it's going to have like professional level. What comes with it is 3 extra batteries, a battery charger, the controller, and a case. And it's I guess with the batteries, I think we've got maybe total, it says 93 minutes of flight time. Whereas your toys up here, I mean, they'll fly for maybe, I don't know if you'll even have 5 minutes, and you have to recharge the battery, right?
Yeah.
So that's what you get for a $30 drone. So, that's just for playing around. And it, yeah, okay. So it says it's got three batteries, so 21 minutes. Well, that's not too bad. All right. So, but these don't have cameras or anything. They're just
Okay.
get some experience flying, and they've got guards on it, and they say you can fly it in a house. I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
Yeah.
But they'll be lightweight. You can't fly them in the wind or anything. This is just for your backyard kind of thing. Just play
Okay.
around. Or bring them over here and we can fly them in the backyard here too.
Yeah.
Or heck, go out to your open areas in your subdivision.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Oh, I was just telling you what kind of things this has and what it doesn't have. So it's going to have it has a gimbal, and a gimbal is what lets the camera rotate.
Oh, okay.
Fly equal. But it's only one axis. It only turns one way, as opposed to a three-way axis.
Yes.
So the three-way axis comes on a couple $100 more drone, so yeah. So this has some software to kind of compensate for it. And so it'll take real good pictures, but it'll have a little bit of limitation on the axis. If you go in and see the description, it says it's a 3-axis gimbal, but it's really not. It's a typo in Amazon. So what it doesn't have, so this is like, so this whole package here, for this drone was like $380 or something.
All right.
And so, for maybe $700, $800, you'd get the 3-axis gimbal, maybe a better camera. And then at the $1,000 range, and that's just for the drone itself. I mean, by the time you add batteries and the controller, it's probably $1,300. At that level, you get what they call auto tracking, so that it can focus on you. Like if you're out riding your bike or running, the drone would automatically follow you. And also it has sensors on it for, collision avoidance, so it won't run into stuff.
Oh, okay.
But that's at the $1,300 level. So we don't have that. But those are things, we'll wish for, and maybe in the future we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
So now that's the bottom line. What I all in here, all these documents was just, I didn't, yesterday at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I could spell drone, and that was about it, and so that was my start. I'm like ChatGPT. I'm investigating my first drone, and I'm overwhelmed, with the options. What should I do? And so you can look at this, but this is just pages of my education, in terms of, what you can get for a price range, which ones, questions to help you choose, recommendations to start, and then it just goes on from there. I'm asking it, well, what's, it'll see it'll have a term up there, and I'm like, what's that term mean? What's that term mean? What's that term mean? So this just goes on for a couple of pages. You can read it or not, but it's just, if you're curious, I just wanted to show one, my thought process, both for your understanding of what we bought, but also this is an example of, how you process something, a whole field of study. Drones are a complex thing. There's thousands of things out there. How do you narrow it down to it took 5 hours. I started at 5 o'clock, and by 1 in the morning, I finally pushed the button to buy all the stuff, and even this morning I was going back and, I need to get filters, so I'm just showing you the thought process, and I got some, specifics in here in terms of, I started to focus on DJI was a pretty well-known manufacturer. And I was like, okay, show me all their models and, that kind of stuff. And then this one's got actually the table, the specific models and what the price range is and key differences, that kind of stuff. So it's just kind of interesting if you want to look at. And then I was asking, okay, what's the, figuring out, they have this term, the fly more combo, and that included the extra batteries, the battery charger, maybe a couple other things. And so I was just listening here, just getting my ducks in a row. Like, well, what is it, and what am I paying for, and what's the difference between 350 and 619? And I'm just kind of, these are my notes here at the bottom. And then I started to circle in on this and asking it some more. Hey, it says it's got a 1-axis gimbal plus EIS. What is it? So so it's telling me what that is and comparing it to the the next model that has the 3-axis and, just what the pros and cons are. So anyhow, yeah. So just the thought process of, keeping it, because this is the kind of stuff I want you guys to be doing as you're learning stuff, capturing your notes and, narrowing it down and, reaching a decision. So, so that was the drone. I don't think I had anything else here I wanted to show you. One thing I'm thinking about is, let's see. Okay, what you're seeing change on this? What I'm sharing? All right, hang on. Oh, here it is. Did anything change just then?
No.
Okay. Now you're in this course, Udemy?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So what I'm thinking about is, everything we're talking about, well, a lot of what we're talking about is photography, right? Whether it's video, the GoPro, the drones, camera phones, we may end up buying other cameras, before it's over. And there's just a lot to know about cameras. I mean, there's probably, Udemy is, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's a education site. You can sign up for courses and stuff, right? You got it? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
So this is, one of their, I mean, this is vast. So this is like 27 hours of content here. So I'm not suggesting that you need to do, the whole thing, but I'm looking around for, as opposed to hunting out, 25 different, random YouTube videos and going kind of stuff. And you could get it that way, right? I mean, you could just search and eventually, but I mean, a body of knowledge like photography, I mean, there's a lot of defined steps, there's basics that you need to understand, and it's the kind of thing that needs a curriculum, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to just, you being a rush saying, well, today, let me go check on this, let me learn about this, which is a fine approach, but I'm just saying, photography's got a lot of stuff. And so let's see what a course looks like. So I just opened this up today. And I want to show you how to get rid of some of this stuff. I don't want this in here. Cancel this. I don't know how to get rid of that. I don't want to use the course. And we'll just work around it. I'll send you a link to this, but this, like right here, the way this is structured, this is showing the course content, and it's broken it down for this. How to take this course is like one module, right? And it's got 17 different components. All right, so here's what I'm wanting to show you. So it's got all these different modules. So it's got like, webcams, smartphones, GoPro, drones, prosumer. I think that means, just means, cameras that cost a little bit more, that the pros come to use. But
yeah,
cinema cams. Then it's got, how to edit, live streaming. Let's see what the other sections are. It's got a section on just different products, I guess. Okay, this is kind of cool. Behind the scenes, how we made the lectures and how you can too. Hey, we need to know that, right?
Yeah.
So anyhow, so this is a ton of stuff, right? And I'm thinking like maybe what you do is maybe like here, these terms here, aperture, f-stops, depth of field. This is in the very basic thing, and this would probably be pretty good to go through. I mean, it'll take you 3 hours or more maybe, but basics of video and audio, image sensors, all this kind of stuff. And I can't help you. I don't know this stuff either, right? But what's cool?
Yeah, bro, move.
Take a sign up. Sorry, I didn't know we were on a work call.
And so each of these sections, well, I don't know if they do it at the section level or whatever, but it's like it's got exercises. So I would assume that's a test that you can take, right? And so that would be a good way to test your knowledge and show back to me that you've consumed the content. So this first section might be good for both of you to do, even if it takes you a week to get through it, and then you could jump around maybe after that. It's like, okay, let's, one of you take the GoPro, and the other do the drones and the other, and then switch back and forth. But because drones has just got 1 hour and 1 hour for GoPro. So let's see what GoPro says. Pros and cons of using a GoPro. What to buy? Well, that's too late. We already bought something. And then, but there's lights and lens filters. This is going to cost me money because you're going to come back and say, we need to buy all this extra stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, is this something that you'd be interested in doing?
Maybe.
I mean, it's not expensive. It's like $16 just for the course. Now, what I'm signed up for, and I haven't been using it, is I've got a subscription, but I asked GPT if I could share my subscription, and they said no, don't do it. So I need to buy you something yourself. So, but there may be a way to. I could send you the link, and you could probably go in it and just preview it.
Yeah.
And spend a half an hour or whatever it gives you, for a preview, and then come back and say, yeah, this is good. Buy the subscription, and we can do that. But it's you just have to let me know. You may come back and say, hey, can't we get a lighter version? This is just too much, to go through. But I'm sure you can back up and that sort of thing. But just give me a feel for what you think about it, because that's one approach,
Yeah.
So I'll send you the link. So both of you look at that course. Let's just see what else they got out here. Get that link copied. Okay, I'll send you that link. Let's see. I didn't see. So if you'll, So that's video production, and that seemed to be pretty comprehensive. But what I just wanted to show you is, like, they've got, you know, hundreds of courses out here on photography, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, taking portraits, you know, taking outside, take wedding photos, take how to build a business as a real estate photographer, you know, to go and photograph houses, and, you know, it just goes on and on. But this is, you know, I think this would be really good education for you. And, you know, who knows, you know, you might, you know, when you get in high school, you might decide, you know, you want to be on the yearbook team and be the photographer and that kind of stuff. And you would be prepared to do that if we go down this path, you know.
Yeah.
And that's just a neat skill. That's a life skill, right? In terms of whether you ever do it for business down the road or it's just personal. Because I don't know if this course has it, and it probably touches on it, but just, you know, even how to frame up shots, you know, what makes for a good picture, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And Kim, I don't know if she's ever taken any training, but she's just got a natural eye. I don't know if you ever seen some of her photography, but she really is good at that. And
yeah.
And Renee, with all her art school training, she may have, you know, some insight on that too, you know, in terms of, she may be able to give you some pointers and, you know, and even, you know, advice on a learning path. But anyhow, but if, you know, if you see something missing in that one course, or, you know, down the road, there's just more stuff that we could come back to, right? You know, if this proves to be a useful way to learn stuff, and that would be now. So another approach. So that's one thing. So do that. You know, check out the link. You know, go in and let me know when you sign up or when you enter it. You know what you know how much it's going to let you look at for free. You know, are you going to be able to kick the tires enough? Now, another approach, like, is, so I've been interacting with ChatGPT, and at one point, you know, it said, hey, you know, when I ordered the toy drones, right, it said, hey, would you want me to give you a course, you know, or you know, just, and when it says course, I mean, it's not like 27 hours, it's like 30 minutes, you know, like, you know, a course on flying a drone, you know, just, you know, these basic, you know, things like, you know, I don't know what they'll cover, but what's this term I saw? Y'all, YAW, y'all, and something else. It's just talking about the angle of the drone, right? Whether it's tilting forward or tilting sideways, that kind of stuff. But just, you know, just basic, you know, things about flight and, you know, what you need to know to fly a drone kind of stuff. And I mean, it's not like you have to study for hours before you turn on those $30 drones. They'll have instructions. You can probably push a button and be flying. I don't know, but anyhow, the point being that we can generate some, you know, fill in the blank, multiple choice kind of questions. You know, just even like I probably won't do this, but back on that one where I was showing all the thought process I went through for picking out the drone, I could ask ChatGPT. It says, hey, I want my grandsons to look at this. Give me a quiz, you know, on this content, you know, just to prove, you know, and it'd be kind of an open book, you know, guide, you know, to show you, you know, what kind of things you need to learn by reading, you know, or speed reading, you know, 15 pages of content kind of stuff, as opposed to just going at it. So we got that option, you know, as well, and I'm sure we'll do some of that. We won't do it for the course thing that we run. All right. So I don't know what day that I didn't see. It's in a couple days. Those drones will show up. And
Yeah.
we'll get that
I think Sunday, maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Yeah, I think you're right too. All right. All right. So that's what I had. And so two things. Look at the photo link. and then get the OneNote up and running and navigating, and I'm not giving up on the Notion, because I think we'll still have you go in and enter, things like, I worked, a half hour, an hour, or two, how many hours today, and this is what I did, just kind of a brief, sentence kind of stuff, and kind of keep your time in there, because that may be a good place to track that. And I'll put together a template, in terms of fill in the blank, for the spreadsheet for each of you.
Okay.
And then there's probably some other notebooks I'll share. I'll share the content one for, what we originally started talking about, the summer camp versus the course, and all that stuff. And that's about all I had for today.
All right. So.
All right. Yeah.
And then do you still want me, or do you still want us to be checking out Glide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. You can move that to the bottom of the list, but yeah, that's something good.
All right.
To do too. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you go.
All right.
Talk to you later.
See ya.
Cool. Bye.
Bye.
Hello everyone and welcome to the course. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Alex Asmacher and I'll be your instructor. I've been passionate about drones for over a decade, and I've been running a YouTube channel called We Talk UAV, where we reviewed, tested and sometimes crash tested drones, as well as shared creative travel edits. Right now I'm focusing a bit more on my filmmaking career, but I've been lucky enough to shoot big commercials, and yes, you're right, drones were the most important part in those shootings. So this is my third full drone course. My first course launched in 2016 and was really well received, but the drone industry evolved so quickly that I have to create this updated course, including the latest trends and the latest technology. So this course is basically for anyone looking to take their drone skills to the next level, and not just capturing random aerial shots, but telling real stories. I've packed in everything I've learned about drone filmmaking, from planning and filming to editing and sound design, so you can create engaging professional level videos and hopefully make a career like myself. What I'm really proud of, and we're starting out as a small community on Telegram, is it's a small group about passionate creators who strive to tell compelling stories, and now you can be part of that team as well. So together we're not just shooting visuals, as I said, we're crafting experiences. Download the resource guide in the next lecture, and there you'll find the link to our Telegram group and some of my drone footage so that you can play with it and edit a little bit with it. And there are also other...
Bro, I'm trying to trade this kid for one Mooncat and a Master Sprinkler for T-Rex because he's stupid. But should I trust this website and join?
What is it?
It's a Roblox website.
No, bro. If you click on that, he steals your whole account.
Actually?
Yeah, if you click on it, and it loads.
Okay, thank God.
Once you click on it, once you click on it and it loads, it'll be like, oh no, you got signed out. And then if you sign in, they take your whole account.
What? Actually? Bro,
Yeah.
is my account about to get stolen?
No.
Because I clicked on it, but I went away.
No, you're fine. As long as you didn't do anything else.
Okay. Yeah, because I clicked on it, but I don't think I got my account stolen. Do you think I did?
No, you're fine. Okay. I've done it multiple times already.
Okay, thank you.
But as
It
it like come up with something, it'll be like, oh no.
Look. I wonder how these counts I steal. Look what I got. You might be jealous. Yeah. You can't? Should be able to. Wait, let me try again. I guess. Now do you see it? Do you see it? Maybe. Do you want to see how much it's worth? Yeah. You got the 15% stuff, so that's pretty good. I want to get this one or this one or that one. What should I do? What should I do?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to block this guy so he doesn't.
Yeah, I've had it happen to me a bunch, so.
Okay. I just need to find someone that actually isn't gonna do it. Cause dude, that guy just changes his username I guess throughout all the day. Cause I've seen that same person. Cause I've texted them before, and it's the same person. Just they change their name in their avatar.
Yeah.
They're
That's
just.
what people do. I need to know if it got my phone.
Should I trade this person? I feel like they're gonna try to scam me. Do you think this is? I can't tell you. I don't want to get like. I don't want to get like. Can they like steal my Discord account if I text them?
They can only steal your account if it's like I don't know, like
Should I just text?
you can text them. They can't steal your Discord account off of just that.
I guess you're right.
It's not really possible.
They're trading raccoon for brontosaurus. which I really want.
That's so cap. What?
Yeah, I don't know if that's.
They're gonna be like not going first. I need to not pick up my phone.
Of this course covers the basics
So
for
it's just a
anyone new to
trading
drones,
system.
so if you already know the
Hold me
fundamentals,
now.
feel free to skip it,
I
but I
was
recommend
separated
watching it maybe
from
for
the
a
years and
refresher.
I'm
You can also speed up the
thinking,
playback if you need
never
it. So let's get started and
says
create something
it's
amazing.
so
Oh,
far
and don't go crazy
out.
if you see some lessons and different studios or me with a different hair, because I've been telling you this course is alive and is regularly updated throughout the last years. If I had to rank the most common question I've been asked over the years, the winner is hands down Alex. Which drone should I buy? The answer is straightforward. I always ask, what are you going to use the drone for?
Should I text this
And let me
guy?
break this down a bit
Anyone
because
need
many
bet?
of you
I
might
can
still
give
be
bet,
undecided
like,
or
T-Rex
debating
or-
which drone to
Probably
purchase.
gonna be one of
Technology
those
has
contests.
become vital in understanding and interacting with the world, but brands have
Need a
also
bet.
become incredibly
Okay.
skilled at marketing their products.
Let's see when
While
his
I'll get
account
into
was
specific
made.
drone models in a moment, the truth is it doesn't matter much if you go for DJI, Autel, Skydio
Okay.
or Parrot.
probably
They all
fake.
make excellent
Fake with
drones
30,
tailored to
25.
different purposes. The key question is, what will you use the drone for?
I'll just
Let's face it, if you're a millionaire, just buy the most expensive drone out there. You know, high cost generally equals high performance,
I guess I'll
especially
do
with
it right now.
cameras. But for the rest of us who want good value for our money, the decision requires a bit more thought. If you plan to use the drone a couple of weekends a year, like during vacations, the DJI Minis are
Wow.
a no-brainer. They are the cheapest
Wow.
out there and super lightweight, which is sub
What?
20-50
They
grams,
they
which means
immediately sent
fewer
you-
legal restrictions, and deliver excellent